West Nile TV, lighting up the region.
Welcome for the last edition of NILECAST news for this week at West Nile Television. Today is already 26th of April and the year is 2025. Remember, we are already into the second last week for the month of April, and come next week around Wednesday is when the month of April shall be ending and we'll be getting into a new month. That is the month of May. And it's me, Oraku Benson Pastore, to give you what continues to transpire around the world in news. So take a look at the headline, then shortly I'll be bouncing back for the details. Coming up in the NILECAST news headlines tonight, Nebi main market vendors asked to adopt the saving culture. Obong Health Center for lacks ultrasound and X-ray machines. Last year, teachers in Ajuman district received the training from Seford. Details about this in NILECAST news. Straight away into the details of the news, we are commencing it from Nebi municipality. Nebi main market vendors are asked to adopt saving culture to improve their financial stability and security amidst the challenges encountered in their businesses. This was during a monthly meeting held at the main market with the leaders in Nebi municipality. Alfred Jawok gives more about that.
Nebi main market vendors are being encouraged to adopt a saving culture to improve their financial stability and security amidst challenges encountered in their businesses. This was revealed by Jatex Opeo Janega, chairperson of the Main Market Vendors Association, during monthly meeting held at the main market with the leaders in the municipality. According to Opeo, this initiative aims to empower vendors to manage their finances effectively, invest in their businesses, and build a safety net for unexpected expenses.
Ibe timu anzelone wawasi wafoi pinenonia idikiri ni mio tego ni jukulauka mamwami soko manbende ni megu mini municipality ni nenonia kulauka mamigi udongo maber.
Opio further said saving regularly helps the vendors on weather financial storms, ensuring they can continue to operate their businesses.
Esha opelu tego mirasel muke tuwasaku wotu salo jukulauka midi soko wini. Kadi bende ikumsente echa slengelifu dakario walalo kulwa ento million ashel ushaku program pasako cash.
Meanwhile, during the meeting, Hashim Suleiman, Member of Parliament in the municipality, who was the chief guest, urged the vendors to adopt a saving culture to enable them to provide for their families, improve living standards, and create a more secure future. Hashim contributed 5 million shillings to support both Nebi main market vendors and stress-free women of hope in Namruodo, Nebi municipality.
That can enhance what they are really doing, and I think that will make them cover some numbers of their group members. Maybe instead of maybe supporting one or two these few days, they can support more. And I look forward to support them more if they continue doing well.
By embracing a saving culture, Nebi market vendors can build a stronger, more resilient financial foundation, improving their lives and livelihoods. Alfred Jawok, Camilla Stansha, West Nile TV, NILECAST.
That was in the economic sector. Now moving to health sector, more especially in Obong district. Obong Health Center for lacks ultrasound and X-ray machines, something which has affected service delivery across the district. This was said during a brief conference on service delivery in the district. Take a look at the story.
According to reports, the available ultrasound scanner at the health center has been declared obsolete and out of use, something which has led to the facility referring patients to the neighboring districts of Moyo and Adjumani to seek ultrasound scan and X-ray services. Otim Benson Humphrey, the Chief Administrative Officer of Bongi, during a press conference at his office, said the district has a total of 17 health centers, but however notes that the district health center 4 lacks ultrasound scan and X-ray machines, something which has affected the provision of better healthcare services to the public. He, however, said the district has already engaged the Ministry of Health on the matter and hopes for positive response.
We are providing health care services in 17 health facilities distributed across the district. The lack of ultrasound scanner and X-ray machine at Obonge Health Center 4. Obonge Health Center 4 lacks ultrasound scanner and X-ray machine. We have raised the line ministry. We are making follow-ups because these are necessary to have all these equipments to support the health system.
Lomorechu Dominic, the district health officer of Bongi, confirms that the health center 4 lacks ultrasound scan and X-ray machine, and this has made them to refer patients seeking these services to the neighboring districts, though they are already in touch with the ministry to see to it that such machines are being brought for the public in Obongi district.
Obonge Health Center 4 is one of our biggest facilities. We used to have an ultrasound scan machine, but day in, day out, there are changes of innovations. There are new modern machines that are coming into play to provide a critical assessment of a patient. So the ultrasound scan that we have was now branded as an obsolete by Atomic Energy. That is the body that oversee all these electronic gadgets that are used by Ministry of Health. So it has become obsolete, meaning that it cannot give us the result that we admire, that we can use to assess, and we can use to judge, we can use to prescribe a medicine that can work for that condition. And Ministry of Health is aware, COW has written, and the chairman has written. And we have already, they are doing assessment whether we have the personnel. And I want to inform you that we have 3 staff. 2 are already here in Obonge Health Center 4. 1 is in Itula. And then there's 1 in school. That is our staff that we have sent to school. Is finishing. By next year, it will be done. And by the time when the machines come, if the machines come tomorrow, we already have staff that can operate these machines.
Dominic Anthony Okumu, West Nile TV, NILECAST.
Away from that, now moving to education sector, secondary teachers and their administrators in Adjumani district have received the 3 days training from CEFOD. Take a look at how things happened in that training.
Uganda's secondary education expansion project is to ensure a gender-responsive and safe learning environment for promoting quality education and fostering holistic development of students under CEFOD in partnership with Window International in collaboration with Ministry of Education and Sports, with funding from World Bank, held a 3 days training with school administrators of the secondary schools of Adjumani district as capacity to impact the provision of the project. During the exercise at Multipurpose Hall in Adjumani district on 25th of April 2025, Adania Emily, the Gender and Inclusion Coordinator at CEFOD, highlighted the overview of the project, saying it was a 15-month project implemented by CEFOD with parents in all the selected schools under the scheduled project.
The reasons as to why we are training these key education stakeholders is to ensure the safety of children in the learning environment, and then also the inclusion of children with disability. A number of the schools have infrastructure development where we have the construction of classroom blocks, and this attracts external people who come to work in the construction sites, which now presents issues to do with safeguarding and protection of the learners and the students in the secondary schools.
Rosette Nanyanzi, Gender Technical Advisor under Ministry of Education and Sports, said they have in-depth training of school teachers and other partners, particularly to implement the number of interventions specifically in schools where construction is going to take place.
Today we are here in Germany under the Uganda Secondary Expansion Project, specifically on the social safeguards component, and we are here to train teachers and school governors on this component. The partners that we have here, we have teachers, we have head teachers, we have the school management committee, who are expected to be implementing a number of interventions to promote safety and security, especially in those schools where construction is going to take place.
Mawa Alta, the program manager at Seford, said the project was amended to target 15 schools in Adjumani district to form the part of 112 seed schools in the whole country.
At this meeting is actually a training targeting 15 secondary schools in Adjumani district, and it forms part of the 112 schools that we are supporting with the support from the World Bank in partnership with the Ministry of Education and Sports, and we are working with the Windle International Uganda. It is regarding improvement of quality access to lower secondary education in Uganda, where the World Bank is giving support to achieve two key result areas. The first is focusing on infrastructure development for lower secondary education, in specific regarding the seed secondary schools, where each sub-county is supposed to have a secondary school. And the second...
Kashundwat Fancy Onzima Alan reporting for West Nile Television, NILECAST.
Still keeping the pace across the Nile, now in the Moyo district, bureaucracy and administrative process has delayed disbursement of cash savings in Moyo district. This comes as a result of the lead mothers raising concern over the delayed disbursement of the neutral cash savings by World Food Programme. Okumu Dominic once again reports.
The engagement comes as a result of the lead mothers raising concern over the delayed disbursement of the NutriCast savings by World Food Programme, yet the NutriCast program under the Development Response for Displacement Impact Project Dr. Deep is set to close on the 30th of this month. Anyama Williams, the chairman Local Council 5 Moyo, who convened the meeting, lauded the World Food Programme for the initiative aimed at empowering the mothers, but however observed that the too many rules and procedures involved in the follow-up of the savings has led to the delay in the disbursement of the NutriCast savings. He, however, said, as the district, they are committed to seeing that the matter is handled fully.
It's a good thing. We appreciate the contribution of World Food Programme, but the bureaucracies surrounding the disbursement of the funds and the administrative processes of deductions in the banks and certain internal issues have delayed the overall disbursement of the funds. But with this meeting we have held, with the effort of other stakeholders like Office of the RDC, we are going to work and ensure these women are paid their money. I also want to make it clear that the money is not in the district. These deductions were made at a source because the project was implemented, the program was implemented by World Food Programme. So the monies that they kept deducting are not on the district account. If it was on the district account, we would have transferred the money, but it is with the World Food Programme.
Gore Goffin, the resident district commissioner Moyo, said the over 270 million shillings in saving is a very big amount of money to the mothers and pledged to follow up the matter till the end and encourage the women groups to keep their group accounts active so as to continue using them for carrying out savings among themselves.
So I want to promise you that we shall follow this matter up. This is a lot of money for Moyo district. 247 million. 57 million is very good money for you, our mamas. So we shall ensure that World Bank brings the money, sends that money to your accounts. When this money comes in your account, I see that you are a group that is saving money. And I know that on your own, you are also doing your own things in your group. So that account, my advice would be that account is yours for your group. Don't close it. That account is not for Dr. Deep. Is it like that? They have no right over that account. That account is yours for your group.
Susan Gloria, one of the lead mothers, said all they need is a clarification from the authorities about their savings, saying in their group they expected over 6 million shillings, but to their dismay, they only received 800,000. She, however, requests the district authorities to follow up their savings so that they will be able to provide for their children.
Our major problem is our money that they keep cancelling every month. That is the savings for our kids. So the contract is ending on the 30th of this month. We are supposed to receive all our money that the saving has been done. It is for 2 years. But among all this money we are supposed to receive in our group, it is 6.6 something. But we only receive in our account 848,000. Monthly we are saving 14,600. Into 2 years, we're supposed to get 300 something. We want our money back, and we want the LC5 to help us to normally help the women around in Moyo district to follow for us our money for the kids so that we can do something better for our children with the little that the World Food Program is giving us.
The NUTRICAST program is an initiative of the World Food Program under the Office of the Prime Minister, which targeted the lapidating mothers, being implemented by Save the Children. The program had a component of mandatory savings, where each beneficiary is expected to save 16,400 shillings monthly for 2 years. Dominic Anthony Okumu, West Nile TV, NILECAST.
Lastly, the Electoral Commission 2025-2026 roadmap for general elections. The Electoral Commission's roadmap for 2025-2026 roadmap is already out, and we have vital information here. The first information is all about the display of the General National Voters Register, which started on 25th of April, and it will run up to 15th of May this year. Then the second information is all about the display of the registers for special interest group, and these groups include youths, persons with disabilities, and older persons, and it started on 25th of April 2025 and will run up to 8th of May, that's 2025 also. That means it also commenced yesterday, and it will continue up to the date I had mentioned. And then the third thing is all about the display of recommendations on inclusion and deletions from the respective piracy tribunal countrywide. And this will actually commence from 16th of May, and it will run up to 26th of May. The year still remains 2025. And for the voters, you can keep on following the roadmap. Remember, all these are done to ensure that we have free and fair elections. With that, we have come to the end of today's edition of NILECAST News, and we have also come to the end of this week's edition of NILECAST News. What I want to say is, have the best of your weekend till on Monday. That's when I'll be bouncing again in the studios to give you what continues to transpire around the world. Have a responsible weekend.